seat with me. It's alright. I don't know when you are going to be watching this specifically, but I am currently filming this around the holiday season, and I know that the holidays have a way of really bringing forth all kinds of stress from family dynamics. But to be honest, it's not really tied to a specific time now, is it? So, it may well be the holidays for you or some other kind of special event, a reunion or a birthday or anniversary, or it could just be yet another day where the stress is built up from family. There's no right or wrong here. It's just whenever you're feeling like it's all a bit much. This is one of those topics where there is so much that it could be, where even though stress from family dynamics and loss and interpersonal issues, all of that is so universal nearly, but the specific experiences of it are unique to the individual. So it can be difficult to provide comfort without knowing your specific situation. So I'm going to say things that could apply to a variety of different situations and circumstances. So I'm going to say some things that hopefully hit home for you the way you need, but I'm also going to say things that probably have nothing to do with you whatsoever. So with this video in particular, please just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. It's not all going to apply to you, and that's okay. It can be a matter of feeling stressed from having to spend time with family that is maybe not very good for you. It can maybe be a matter of even having to be around certain people that you hate. It can be from being around people you love, but that for some reason or another drain you very much. It could also be a matter of not being around people, whether that's your choice or theirs, or whether that's loss of some sort. There's a lot that can be causing this sort of group of feelings. And there's no need for you to explain yourself to me. You don't have to explain what's going on, it's okay. I'm just going to do my best to provide you with a little bit of comfort here. I am going to, as I often do, start by lighting a couple candles here. This one smells like Christmas cookies. It smells like snickerdoodles. And this one smells like vanilla and toasted marshmallow. So I'm going to start lighting them, and then I am going to, I think, split this into two main sections to make it clear what I'll be speaking to at a given time. The first section will be for when you're a little bit, or a lot, overstimulated and overwhelmed. That's for when there is an issue of proximity. And the second section will be for absence. It'll be for when you're feeling maybe alone, lonely. That'll be for things like grief and things like breakups, or things like losing friends, and maybe most especially for if you have kind of gone non-contact with family of your own will and volition, but still feel a lot of pain or guilt around that. That'll be the section for you. In any case, I want you to know right now that it's perfectly fine here to get upset however you need to handle it. It's okay. And I want you to know that I'm so, so glad that you are here with me right now. I really am. Thank you for spending this time with me. So, I also just want to say real quick that the visuals you're seeing here on screen, my fingers here, the candles here that I'm about to light, this is all it's going to be visually. It's just going to be a little bit of slow hand movements, maybe getting up towards the camera just a little bit. I have a fuzzy. There's some glitter around here from a video I filmed, but that's all that this video is going to be visually. It's just going to be more of that. So hopefully that can be comforting if you want something visual, just sort of a little something on screen for you here. But it's also, you're not missing anything if you want to close your eyes. I know sometimes when I watch ASMR, I'm like, I want to fall asleep, but I want to watch. So I just want to make it clear that the visuals will be here if you want them, but they're also going to be fairly boring. So feel free to close your eyes if you want. It'll just be more of the same here. Going to get into it here while I light these candles. So the first part here, as I said, is mostly for when family feels overwhelming. This is for when you're dealing with maybe a lot of noise and a lot of presence and a lot of just closeness that can get very overwhelming. Maybe it's a lot of unhealthy old dynamics that you know are not good for you anymore. Maybe it's a lot of emotional labor. I think it's probably a lot of that. people who, for lack of better term, just sort of generally know better TM, people who know better end up being the ones in the family who kind of bear the brunt of that concept of emotional labor. And you have to anticipate needs, and you have to feel things for people to take it off their plate, and that is so exhausting and so unfair. So, let's start with overwhelm. If being around family feels overstimulating and it feels draining, you're not imagining it. That's your body reacting very normally to stress. And that is a very standard reaction, and that makes sense. I want you to know that that feeling is temporary. The tension, the noise, the pressure, it will all pass. You're going to get the quiet you need again. You will get to breathe again. And I think it's very smart that right now you're trying to look for a little bit of comfort, and that's how you landed here. I think that's very smart of you to try to find that for yourself. Putting the lid back on the matches. I want you to know that the peace of the household is not yours alone to keep. The peace is not yours alone to keep. The burden is not yours alone, no matter how much other people seem to put that on you alone. I'm going to be blowing out the match if you want to breathe out with me. In 3, 2, 1. Perfect. There, it's nice and warm in here now. It smells very good. The peace is not yours alone to keep. This feeling is temporary. The overwhelm and overstimulation, it's temporary. It will pass. You will get to decompress. When emotions flare up, whether it's yours or others, often both at once, when emotions flare up, you are safer than the moment feels. You are safer than the moment feels. You are safer. You are safer than the moment feels. Setting boundaries will not kill them. You setting boundaries for yourself will not kill them. Saying no will not kill them. You're allowed to say no. That's not hurting them. Saying no will not kill them. Letting them figure it out themselves for once will not kill them. But what if they get mad? They will. They're gonna get mad. People usually get mad when they can't keep taking something for granted. The issue here is that you are borrowing their emotional dysregulation, like that's going to help them at all. It's not, and it certainly isn't good for you either. Them being mad at you will not kill them, and it won't kill you either. You can survive someone being mad at you. You can survive someone being disappointed in you. You can survive judgment. You can survive someone just plain not getting it. You are better than this. You can survive someone being mad at you. You can, I promise. You will survive someone being mad at you. Your peace is worth more than someone else's disappointment. Your well-being is worth more than someone else's discomfort. Your well-being is worth more than someone else's discomfort. There is an amount of selfish, I think, that is actually healthy and good for you. And it's good to not want to push that too far and not give in to that too much, because of course there is a point where that's bad, and that's, selfishness can absolutely be bad. But it's bad when you start to prioritize your comfort over other people's well-being. It is not bad for you to prioritize your well-being over others' comfort. You should be that amount of selfish. It's okay, you should be doing that. That's good. And of course, often what causes the problems is the circumstances where two people's comfort have conflicting needs. And to be honest, there's not always a good and clean way to handle that. Sometimes there's just not a right answer. Sometimes there's just not a right answer. Sometimes it's just not enough to be the bigger person. Sometimes being the bigger person is doing a disservice to yourself, and sometimes it's even doing a disservice to other people, frankly. No is a complete sentence, I'll say that. No is a complete sentence. You get to just say no sometimes. Saying no will not kill them. And you are allowed to just let them not get it. You don't need to fight. You don't need to try so hard to convince them or to make them see your point. If they are committed to not getting it, you are allowed to just let them not get it. You have the right to your own opinions. You get to just have your own opinions. You have the right to your own opinions. You are your own person. You are your own person. This is your life. This is your life. You get to decide what it looks like for you. You are not beholden to the limits that have been established by the family unit. You are not beholden to the limits that have been set up by the family unit as a group. You are free to rise above that. You can rise above that, and I know so often people, even people who care about you, so often they will try to crab bucket you back down. There's sort of something very that's kind of an innate human response often, and it's worth remembering that it is a fear response specifically. Because, and I'm not saying this just in terms of success, I also mean in terms of growth and inner progress. But in any event, if you feel like you are getting pushback from trying to rise above it all, that is a fear response they have, because if you are coming from a really unhealed place and you're watching someone do it better, watching someone do better than you have, that can feel really scary, because that will make them feel like they have to confront something about themselves, and not everyone is ready to do that. Not everybody is ready to grow. And watching someone from their community, from their family, from similar situations to them, watching them do it differently makes them react really emotionally, because then what does it say about them if they're not doing that? And that's really overwhelming for people. And that's where that crab bucket thing is, where they're like, nope, scoop, and try to bring you back down from that. And you can both understand why it's happening and be upset that it is happening, because it's not fair for them to put that on you. And it's not fair for you to always have to be the bigger person about it. It's not fair. It's not fair, but it is worthwhile to remember where that reaction is coming from inside of them. There are people for whom it's coming from a place of malice, that is true, but I think most of the time, when it's people between which there is affection and there's kind of that resistance, again, whether it could be financial or career or academic success, or it could be breaking from family tradition in terms of belief systems, because there is often a certain shared family morality. At least some people in the family probably think that there is or should be, and that for you to break from that and try to learn more and know better, they take that as a profound betrayal, and it makes them not want to hear you out outright, on principle. And that's very, very frustrating. That must be so tiring. And you're allowed to just let them not get it. If they're not going to get it right now, just let them not get it. It's nice that you want to help them understand better. It's a good thing to try if you can, but it's also not your responsibility. And if it is upsetting you this much, it's okay to just let them not get it. You are allowed to outgrow patterns that your family stays stuck in. You are allowed to outgrow the patterns that the rest of the family, or even just some of the family, is staying stuck in. You are allowed to outgrow family patterns without apology or explanation. You are allowed to outgrow patterns. You are allowed to outgrow patterns. You're allowed to outgrow the patterns that the family stays stuck in, even if they don't understand that growth. Even when they don't understand it or don't like it, you are allowed to outgrow. Sometimes people who love you are wrong. Sometimes people who you love are wrong. Sometimes they're just wrong. Even when you know that they're capable of kindness otherwise, sometimes they are just wrong. Sometimes the people who love you are wrong, and sometimes people who love you wrong because of it. And I see how hard you're trying. I see it. It must be so tiring. I see the effort that it all takes. I see it. I see how hard you're trying. I know they don't always see it, but I see it. You can take a breather. You can take a rest and take time for yourself. Don't feel guilty for needing one. You can take a breather. You deserve rest. You deserve rest. You deserve rest. Your future is real. Whatever you're feeling in this moment, whatever you're feeling right now, your future is real, and there is joy in it. Your future is real, and there is joy in it. I promise. I promise. And then, of course, sometimes it's not just a matter of overwhelm and overstimulation. Sometimes it's understimulation. Sometimes it's isolation and feeling alone. Again, this is unfortunately an evergreen problem, but I do think the holidays in particular carry certain connotations with them that can really exacerbate the sense of isolation. It's so easy to feel like you're just on the outside looking in, like you're just watching everyone else be so warm and happy, and like everyone in the world has perfect, healthy connections and relationships. And you know that's not true. You know that that's not true. Loneliness is so common. It is so common. And even when people do have what looks like a lot of connections and people around in their life right now, that doesn't mean that it's in such a way that is keeping them from feeling lonely. There's a chance that you are here to watch both parts of this video because you are both overwhelmed by having to be around certain people and also feeling very lonely because you are craving a different kind of connection that you know you're not getting right now. So even if you see other people and it looks like, oh, they have so much around them, everyone else has people around them and I don't, or I don't have the right people and everyone else does, that's not true. That's not true. There is a lot of that out there. That's very real. But not everyone you're seeing that you're assuming is happy and fulfilled is. So please know that you're not alone in this feeling at all. There's a lot of people this applies for. And I think that when you are without a proper support system, I know it can sometimes feel like you are just in a constant state of rebuilding an approximation of a life. Like that sense of isolation, it's not just the loneliness, is it? It is that feeling that you are just always having to build an approximation of a life. And I want you to know that that feeling is lying to you. And it's not perpetual. And it's going to feel, when it comes together for you, it is going to feel so much easier than you think it will. When things go turn around for you, it's going to feel so much lighter and so much different. And you are not the only person left on that outside looking in on everyone else having loving, healthy connections. Most people are breathtakingly lonely in some way or another. It is not just you, baby. It's not just you. And this feeling, especially when it comes from maybe choosing not to engage with certain people who were once in your life, very often family. When it's that, there is often this weird, overwhelming sense of guilt, like you are still holding space for them to tell you who you are. And I just want to say, you can stop carrying that which is not yours. You can stop carrying that which is not yours. You can stop carrying that which is not yours. And for that matter, don't be ashamed of that longing I was talking about. Don't be ashamed to want connection and warmth and comfort. Baby, those are the most innate things a person can desire. Those are innate needs. Do not be ashamed. I promise no one with a functioning soul is going to see that you want that and be like, Get a load of this loser who craves affection from their fellow human. No one thinks that. No one thinks that. Stop feeling ashamed to want to feel something. Feeling something is what we're all here for. And stop feeling ashamed to just want to feel something. It's okay to wish that you belonged somewhere. It's okay. It's okay to wish you felt like you belonged. And I know you're not going to want to hear this one, but I'm going to say it because it's going to keep being true. You are not a burden. You're not a burden. You're not. I know it feels so untrue for so long. I know. It is human nature to need other people and to need things from the people in your life. That is normal human nature. That is not a failing, and you are not a burden. Just relinquish the guilt. Relinquish the guilt. Especially for those of you who have gotten certain people out of your life, especially family. For those of you, I'm telling you, relinquish the guilt. You are still holding on to shame that was handed to you by people who earned your absence. You are still holding on to that shame that was handed to you by people who have earned your absence. But just in case they turn out to have been right about you, honey, they are not even right about themselves. Relinquish the guilt. Relinquish the shame. Stop carrying that which is not yours. You don't owe them an explanation. Have they ever felt obligated to explain themselves to you? Have they ever been put in a position where they had to defend themselves to you? Have they ever truly apologized for it all? You do not owe them an explanation. If someone is committed to misunderstanding you, you don't owe them an explanation. You don't owe explanations to people who never felt obligated to offer understanding in return to you. If they do not offer understanding, you will not force it down their throat. You can't. You don't have that power. This right now, this is your official permission to stop feeling guilty for not continuing to put your hand on the stove that only ever burned you. You can stop feeling guilty for not putting yourself in the situations that you know have only ever hurt you. You can stop feeling guilty for it. You are your own person. This is your life. And you get to decide what it looks like for you. You get to build a life for yourself. Slowly, over time, however you want. You get to choose what that looks like. And you get to make your own traditions, your own rituals, your own vision of home. This is your life. And it's not all going to happen at once. It's not all going to fall into place and jump to the parts where building your life is finished. That's what the living is. You're not supposed to have it all figured out right now. You're not supposed to have it all figured out right now. That's what living is. You build it up, piece by piece, for as long as you are alive. You're not supposed to just have it all figured out right now. Life doesn't come together all at once. You are allowed to still be in the middle of becoming. You are allowed to still be in the middle of becoming. It's okay to still be in the middle of becoming. And you're so much younger than you think. You're so much younger than you feel like you are right now. There is so much ahead of you. You are so much younger than you think. We get in our heads about the idea of maturity and growing up. The fact of the matter is we're all just kids at the end of the day. I mean that really genuinely, and I don't even know how to explain it well for a little affirmations video. But we really are just all kids on some level. You are so much younger than you think. We're so much younger than you feel. And I want you to know when you are feeling alone, feeling isolated and left out, left behind, I want you to know that your existence has value even in the quiet. You have value even in the stillness. You have value even in the stillness and the inaction. You have value even in the stillness and the inaction. And your life has innate, immutable value. Through all the silence and the hermitage and the fear and the isolation, it is innate. Your value is innate, and it is enough. You were enough the whole time. You have been enough the whole time. You were enough the whole time. You deserved love the whole time. You have deserved love through all of it. You deserved love the whole time. You were worthy of love the whole time. You were enough the whole time. And you were worthy of love the whole time. And you can miss them anyway. It's just us here. I see you. I understand you, and you don't need to explain yourself to me. You can miss them anyway. 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 Even if it's just a version of them, it's okay to miss versions of them that you believed were better. It's okay. I understand. I understand it completely. And it's okay to grieve. You can grieve here. It's okay to grieve for what was or what should have been. It's okay to grieve for that here. And it's not fair. It's not. Things should have been different. You can let that all out now. You can let it out. You can let it out. It's okay. You can grieve here. You can grieve all of it. Your grief is not too big for me. I am not scared of it. And I understand why you are. Because it's different for you to be actually going through it right now. I understand that. I'm not trying to compare that. But I just want you to know that I see it in its fullness and in its enormity, and it does not scare me. I am not scared of it. You don't have to convince me that it's small like you usually do. You don't have to package it and make it presentable. I see it. Your grief is not too big here. You can grieve fully. It's okay. Let it all out. And this is another one of those I know you probably hate hearing. But there really, truly is always more love to be found out there. Always, always. There is love out there that is waiting for you right now, and it will wait for as long as you need. And it'll be there whenever you're ready. It's there and it's good. There is love that is going to ask nothing of you. There is love that is going to expect nothing, question nothing. It will come to you without a list of demands. It will come to you without notes. It will not have any notes for you. There is love that will ask nothing of you. And you won't need familiarity with healthy dynamics to opt into it, to deserve it. There are no entry-level positions, and there are no mandatory prerequisites. You don't need to have already felt the good stuff to deserve it and to get it someday. You get it in your head that because you don't have the precedent for the healthy love and the meaningful connections that you so desperately desire, you get it in your head that because you don't have the precedent for that yet in your life, that means that it's not real and it's not realistic to want. That's not how life works. That's not how love works. You don't need to have ever felt it before to run into it at any time. A lack of precedent is not impossibility. A lack of precedent is not impossibility, okay? I promise. I promise. A lack of precedent is not impossibility. There are people out there who are going to feel like home someday. There are people out there who are going to feel like home someday. There are people out there who want to feel like home for someone just like you. People love to provide that for people. There are people out there who want to feel like home to someone, and they will be so happy to get the chance to be that for you. And I promise that it is real and possible, and I would argue likely that someday you are going to learn how to love yourself so well that you are going to forget what this moment really felt like. You are going to learn to love yourself so good that you are going to forget how unlovable you felt right now. That is real, that is possible. It doesn't have to feel likely right now. I'm telling you, it is possible. A lack of precedent is not impossibility, and it's not even a lack of likelihood. You are going to learn to love yourself so well that you're going to forget you ever thought you didn't deserve it. You deserve rest. You deserve rest. You deserve rest. You can rest. No matter what, you deserve rest. This is one that I say a lot. I mean it so genuinely every time. Sometimes when you keep repeating the same one, people get used to it. And I want to be very clear that I mean this so genuinely when I say your future is real and there is joy in it. Your future is real and there is joy in it. The future is real and there is joy in it waiting for you. I promise. I promise. It's okay. And if you want right now, you can drift off into dreams, or you can remain just as you are here. I'll keep the candles burning for you. Nice and warm and cozy and smelling real good. I'll keep watch of them. Be safe. I'll stay burning for you as long as you need. You can stay here as long as you need. I'm happy to have you here. I mean that. I am so glad that you are here.